First of all, what is OOP? OOP is a programming paradigm or methodology. Which means, so paradigm means the name paradigm termed as a we have some problems or task. That means, so paradigm means a task or some problem. Methodology means way of working, like working way or working style. Am I audible now, everyone?
Sir, yes.
Hmm. Working
Yeah,
way
clear, clear, bhai, clear.
or working style. When comes to programming paradigm means, so programming paradigm, it's an approach to solve that problems or task by using programming languages. So OOP is a programming paradigm. So programming paradigm means it is an approach to solve the problems by using programming languages. So that is the main definition of OOP. When comes to OOP's abbreviation is object oriented programming system, or someone will call it as a structure also. Mostly we will call system. So OOPS is a object oriented programming system. Here multiple programming paradigms we have. Java mainly follows object oriented programming. So multiple means, for example, we have this one object oriented paradigm, and next one is the procedural paradigm. Next one is the functional paradigm. Logical paradigm, and some more are there, but this is the programming paradigm example. Mainly we are following object oriented paradigm. So OOPS is the object oriented programming system. So what are the languages this paradigm following means? First language is the Smalltalk. This is the language name. This is the first language that follows this object oriented paradigm. Next one is the C. Next language C++, Java, Python. Python. Some more languages also there. No. This is some examples I am giving. And then here the name itself, it is saying object. Object, we will see that one by one. Mainly we have six main concepts. What are those things? I think already one class completed now, one or two classes in oops. First one
Yes.
is the class. These are the second one object.
Object
So
inheritance.
object inheritance. Here one more thing also it will come, but mainly we will say this one object method also comes under here only from the oops methods. Third one is the inheritance. Fourth one polym
Encapsulation.
yeah, encapsulation, polymorphism, abstraction. Polymorphism. So these concepts are very important in Java. Without this concept, we can't develop our code. Abstractions, encapsulation. Today we will focus on these three things. Encapsulation. Okay. So tomorrow classes we can focus the remaining topics. First we can focus these topics. So first one is the class. For example, class is a nothing but some collection of object for the definition we can say. But in the real time example, if you take a animal is a one class because it is a one category. It have inside have lot of animals. Like for example, dog, cat, some etc. Lot of things are there. No? So animal is one example because it is one category. Inside that have we have many categories like uh, so different categories also there. No? That one mammals like different subcategories also there. Similarly for birds, birds also one class. It's one category. Inside this have different types of birds, vehicles. Inside have subcategories. Inside the subcategories, we can name it as like bus, jeep, bike. Those things are the subcategories. So class mainly we can call it as a it's a it is not a real old entity. It's a category. So so the definition is first point you can remember. Class is a collection of objects. Here collection of objects means for example you can take this animal is one class. It have these are the objects of this class. Dog, cat, horse, those things. It's a real time, real world things. Animal is the just a category. So this is the first definition. Class is the collection of object. And next one, class is a real world entity. Is na is not a real world entity. Object only real world entity. This is the second point. Or it's not a real world entity. We can call it as a just a template or blueprint or prototype. And next thing, class doesn't occupy memory. So if you are creating a class, it won't occupy any memory. Object only, it will occupy the memory. So syntax of this class means, are you able to follow what I am teaching?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Syntax,
Sure, sir.
Hmm. Access modifier, class keyword, class name.
It is a public.
Access modifier, sir.
Yeah, private protect default. You have to some of the access
Yeah,
modifiers in.
private.
Access modifier contains those things.
Access modifiers are public, private, protected, default. So class name, inside the class, see for example, animal having many subcategories or objects. Any doubt? Hello.
Maaf, kecil ada dapat mendapat kita besar. Berlalu berlalu apa nih? Sudah bertemu dengan apa?
See for example, animal is one class. It's having many objects. These objects have properties, and behavior. So class properties means it's fields. We will see examples. So here what I am going to define is class contains, it's syntax related we are discussing. Fields, properties are nothing but fields. Then class can have constructor. Constructors we can discuss tomorrow. As of now we can just read that name, constructor. If you already know means good on it. Next one, methods. If any blocks, then class can contain nested classes also. Nested means in classes inside the class. Like this one completed loops, conditional statements. This topic is completed for you.
Sorry, nested classes, inner classes are different, sir.
No, similar only.
Oh.
In class inside a class like that.
Okay, sir.
So this is the syntax our for class. Class contain these many things. So examples already we discussed. Here for dog have some behaviors, run, eat, sleep, those things. So that properties means name of the dog, color, height, those things, the properties. Those are, we can call it as fields. So this is all about class. Next, we will discuss about method. These are the examples of classes. Next one, method. Method is nothing but, now only we discussed behavior. Behavior means it is performing some task, running or sleeping or eating, something it is doing. That is the method is a definition. We can call it as a method is a set or block of code which perform specific task. Specific task. So this is the simple definition of a method. So advantages of method is in Java mainly. So in any programming language, they will create methods. The main advantages of method is code reusability, then code optimization. So remember all these words. Reusability means we can reuse that method whenever we need. Optimization means if you have 100 lines of code, we need to optimize to improve the performance. So methods, if you divide this block of code into this method, this block of code, this method, if you have any errors also, we can identify very quickly and easily. So we need to divide our logic into number of methods. It's then we can call it as a optimization. Using optimization, it will improve our performance of our code, everything, program, application. It will improve the performance. So syntax of method. Access modifier, return type, method name, parentheses. Parentheses means this open and close brackets. Inside the parentheses, we will have list of parameters. Then curly braces. Here we will have our logic code. This is the syntax of the method. So method examples here are, for example, run, eat. Any behavior, we can call it as a method. Etc. So class and method, have any doubts in class and method? Next we will go object.
No, sir.
Now you have clear idea now what is class, what is method. Those things. Next topic is object. So object, it is a real world entity. The first point is object is a real world entity. So really it is exist. And then object is an instance of classes. instance of class. So animal is one class. His object is dog. That is the instance related here. We will see this one example, then you can understand. And next point is class will not occupy memory. Object occupies memory. Every time you are creating new object, it will in JVM it will allocate some memory for that object. So these are the main three definitions of this class. 3 points you have to remember. So we can see this one, how we can going to create a object. Before that we can see the syntax. Syntax. So object we are going to create by using class name only, and then reference name of this object by using new keyword. This is one way we can create object. Mostly we will use this one only for creating object. This is the syntax. So class that object reference name is class name, and then new class. So how many ways we can create object means in Java. This is the important question in interview also. First one is by new keyword. This is this one by new keyword creating. This is that one. Next one is by instance method. Third one is by clone method. Fourth one is by deserialization. Fifth one is by factory method. So 5 ways we can create a object in Java: by new keyword, by instance method, by factory method. Mostly we will use many times we will use the new keyword. So as of now we can see this one. If you want how by the instance method, by clone method, we will take separate class for this. But you can remember this is an important question in interview. How many ways we can create a object, they will ask. Then you have to explain this 5. So what object consists? Object consists of name, unique name. Object should be unique name. Identity, we can call it as a object consists of these 3 things: identity, state and behavior, state and
Jafrullah, hello.
hello.
Yeah. You can you explain reference variable we have to in object? Can
This object, this name reference.
okay.
For example, we have animal is a class. Then I need to create a object for this. How I am going to create a animal, and I want a reference name here to call. By using this reference name only, I can call that class methods or class variables, anything. I will show you an example now. Here I will give animal, or animal is the class. Inside have no category dog. New animal. So this is the name. This object name identity. That one. Behavior. Here we can come here. Object consists of identity, state, and behavior. State and behavior nothing but a state means its properties. Behavior means it's a methods, tasks. For example, already we discussed now, run, eat. Those are the methods. State means color, height, those things, properties, name, those things. And next one is the wait, wait. This is the behavior. Here attribute. Attribute or state nothing but a properties. Behavior is the this one method. So name, properties, methods. Object consists these things. And understand what is the object and syntax of object. And I will tell you here some technical words by using this syntax. So by here we saw the example by using new keyword. Then by new keyword, how we are going to, this is the declaration. This part is, we can call it as a declaration. And this new keyword is the initialization object. This is the, this part. Remember these keywords, it is useful. Declaration of object, declaration of object. This new keyword is the initialization. And next one is not initialization. Instantiation means, initialization means assigning values. Instantiation means created object. Instantiation. So this part is there now through the constructor. This is the object initializing. Constructors we can see tomorrow. Constructor. This part is called it as a constructor. So if you want to create a object means you need to do 3 steps: declaration, instantiation, initialization. Remember these keywords. Then we can see one example, then you will understand more. Everyone have Eclipse setup now in your missions?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Firstly, then here I will give you all these codes. You can practice after finishing this class. So as of now, what we discussed, what is oops concepts, what are the oops concepts, and then class, object, methods. We will see these 3 in programmatic way how we are going to do. This one your doubt clear na? Reference name means it's an identity name. For creating object, what is that object name? That one. Everyone know na how to create a Java project file new. If you are not see here means just you can go others search Java project or if you see directly here if here also you can't see means search Java project. Next project name just I am giving. Next finish. See these are the how it is came means you install that JDK na inside the JDK this everything have JDK JRE those things are you aware?
Yes.
Okay. Now here SRC folder. In this folder we are going to create a one new class. How we are going to create a class? Right click on SRC.
Sir, package, sir.
Hmm?
We need to create package now.
Package also we can create it directly also. This SRC folder it's like a one package only.
Okay, sir.
Or we can give here also or we can create. I think we can follow the same. Is that. So naming conventions we have to follow. So package name is nothing but our domain. So like psoft.com, we can give it as a reverse. Our company name is psoft. So similarly, the reverse way, com.psoft. So here we can create a new class, new animal. So you can see this syntax, access modifier, this class keyword, that class name. What we discussed, it is the class. Access modifier, class, this one. And next one, inside the class, what we will have, these are the class level variables. For example, string color, int age. Just for example, I am telling. 1 minute. So I am back. So just we are created one class and we define some attributes, properties. We can call it as a fields. Multiple names are there. These are the class level variables. If you are declaring any variable inside the method means that we can call it as a local variable. We have three types of variables: class level variables, method local variable, method variable, that is inside the method we were going to declare. Next one is the static variable by using static keyword. So next one we will see the method. Now class how to create all aware now. Next one, this is the method syntax. The similar way we are going to create public access modifier. Return type means just I am giving void. Void means it won't return anything. Method name, for example, eat. Eat. Here list of parameters we are going to pass. As of now, I am not passing braces, curly braces. This is the syntax of method. And then inside the method, just we will add one line. This is out. I'm eating. If you call this method means this one will be the your output. How we are going to create a object? To create an object, we need a main method. Without also we can create a, but if you want to check now output, then we need a main method. So if you while you are practicing, don't go shortcuts. First you can type and practice, because you should get hands-on experience. If you are using shortcuts means you should not remember those things. Publish, static, void, main. You practice number of times by typing itself. So how we are going to create a method object? Method already created. This is also a main method. You can see this syntax: public, void, return type. Here static means this is the static method. We have different types of methods. That is we can discuss in upcoming classes. What are the types of methods are there? So main is the method name. These are the parameters. It list. So how we are going to create a object animal? This is the class by using class name and then reference dog equal to by using new keyword. Up to here declaration, instantiation, then initialization animal. So why we are creating this object? To call these variables and then these methods. How we are going to call? By using dot operator. By using this object reference name. So you can see age, color, eat. These methods are related to the object. You see, object is the parent class in Java. Now, if you want to call eat method, just you can call. So why we need to do this way means, for example, I'm commenting this code. This out. Now if I do like this means this method will execute. No, it won't execute. So why we are creating object? To access that particular class related fields, methods, constructors, those we need to access. To access that means we need a object. Then only we can able to access those things. Now we can see run as Java application. So it is calling that method. So some examples I will show you. So for example, we call this method and how we need to call this one. We can see that one also. So here mainly today you need to focus on syntax of these all things, how to create a method, how to create a class, how to create a variable. This is the variable, class level variable, how to create a object, and how we are going to call that class related variables and methods. So this dog dot age equal to, for example, 10. Similarly, dog dot color equal to some black color. Here now I will try to just run my program. Run as. Why this is not printing? You can tell me.
You can't call in sys out.
Correct. Inside the sys out we need to do. Then only it will show in the console. Similarly, this one. You can practice by typing this. Don't copy and paste. If you have hands-on experience, then no problem. Run as Java application. So this is the how to create a class, method, and object. How we are this dot we can call it as a dot operator. Here also we are calling it dot operators. So as of now, have any doubts here in class, method, object, those things?
I have a doubt here on method, line number 8. So line number 9, it is mandated to write sysout, or we have to write in below also, like dog dot 8, that line number 8 also.
See, we have different types of methods like abstract method, static method, and this is the normal method. I mean, why means here
Yes.
we have a body, method body. This is we can call it as a method body. Inside the method body, we are going to write a logic. If it is a abstract method means we don't have this one. Method body we don't have. Why we are creating method means to write a logic inside. Here just a eat method we created. We don't have any logic. For example, if I create a method like public void wait, I will use return type this time, integer int, then just I am giving add passing parameters also int a, int b. So it is what it is expecting, add a return statement. So if you have return statement, we need to add a return statement. Here what I am going to do, a plus b, just a plus b. Now you can see here what I am doing, I am not using sysout. This is my logic now. If I am calling this method means what this method will perform, it will add two numbers. How I need to call this method? This method belongs to this class. How I need to call? By using object reference name. So here I don't have sysout. It's not sysout. Why we are using? To check in the console output what is printing, what is the value printing here. Then only we given here. So now I don't have sysout, but just I am calling by using this the object reference name log dot add method. So I am passing to 3. Now just I am running run as Java application. Now what this method nothing doing for me. So here we return our logic. Just add this one, these two numbers you can add, but we are not printing. Now your doubt is clear now. Sysout is for to check in the console what is the value coming. Now if we want this value means I need a sysout here. So run as now you can see 5. Now your doubt is clear. Huh?
Yes, I understood.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Okay. So methods we will have one session, no problem. Methods very important because in Java mostly we are going to work with these things only, creating classes, creating variables, creating methods, constructors, and then by using method reference we are calling those methods. So now you can understand now why we are using object oriented programming here. The main concept is I need to explain this one. Object oriented programmings, by creating objects we are calling those methods and everything whatever inside that class. So this is today's class. Just you can practice this simple program. Tomorrow we can deep dive into remaining topics. So tomorrow mostly I will teach you the constructors. In oops, what are the topics Imtiaz here? He covered. Oops, already he covered. Just I am giving this program in chart. Everyone practice this. You can practice create number of classes, number of methods, number of variables. You can practice not only this example. Just for reference, I am giving. First you do this one, then you can create for boats, vehicles. You can do with multiple scenarios with multiple examples. Everyone copy paste this one. I think chart will expire now once you left the meeting. And then whatever we discussed today, I will give you document also. I will share that one in WhatsApp. Up to here, if you have any doubts means you can ask now. Otherwise, we can close today's session. Hello.
No doubts from my side.
Okay. Everyone practice this one.